Make sure you check out altrealitygames.com for a great buy list that's constantly updated, great selection of miniature figures, massive single card inventory for numerous TCGs, and also D&D products. Alt Reality Games. Play hard or go home.
Hey everyone, it's Nick and Brad from Alt Reality Games here, bringing you another weekly edition of the top 10 hottest cards. This video we're going to be going over the top 10 hottest cards this week for Yugioh TCG. And you're going to see a lot different ones in the top 10 list than last time we brought you. We brought you Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh in the last video, so there's so many. We broke it down in 2 separate videos. Yu-Gi-Oh, and make sure you watch the Magic video for this. And we're going to start with Brad, card number 1.
Card number 1 is Solemn Warning. It was recently hit to 2 on the ban list, and it hasn't slowed it down at all. Everyone's realized the power of this card. The card's pushing $70. If that card did not get hit on the ban list, it probably could be an $80 to $90 card. So be fortunate Konami was kind enough to take it down to 2, or you'd be shelling out probably $90 for a Solemn Warning. The top 2 cards out of Duelist Revolution that hit a price have spiked in price. The other one's Pot of Duality, which is on the list. We'll get to that one later. But Solemn Warning we're currently selling for $66.90, and we're having a hard time keeping it in. We just got about 10 of them in. I don't know how many are left, but they've been going pretty fast. So the new format, you're going to have to probably play 2, as there's not much defense anymore with Book of Moon going to 1. So yeah, you're going to have two warning, obviously the 1 book and 1 solemn judgment, and then everything else is kind of preference at that.
Yeah, there aren't many staples in the game, and Solemn Warning is definitely working its way to be considered a staple in all the decks that you play in the game. The second card we got on our list is x-saber Emmer's Blade. Now on the list, Book of Moon and Coley did get hit, that's correct, but x-sabers besides that really did not get touched at all, making them a tier 1 powerhouse yet again. I foresee sabers being very powerful in the next format, and that in turn will raise card prices because you need the cards. Emmer's Blade is back up to about $79.95 each. The card dipped down to as low as $55 at one point last format, but now since the deck is good again, and definitely, like I said, 2 to 1, the card has jumped significantly in price. You need at least 2 to 3 in the deck also for it to function. It's not the same as a giant rat, so you have to have these guys if you want a tier 1 deck.
Also with Emmer's Blade, when Rescue Cat got banned the list before, everyone was dumping off their Emmer's Blade, so it actually hit $30 before people realized it's still a good deck. So the same thing might happen with 6 Sams in this format. People are kind of counting them out, don't want to count them out yet. Number 3 is Pot of Duality, so it's that second Duelist Revolution card. This card is shooting up in price as well as Solemn Warning is. The card was about $135, it's up to $155 now. With the new list, I think people are realizing they're probably going to have to play 2 to 3 of these in almost every deck, other than a couple. So to get your gateway, some people are even considering playing it in 6 Samurais. I know a couple Japan lists that hit this week with the new format and play Pot of Duality in it. I don't know if that's actually a good strategy or not, but I don't see this card going down anytime soon until it's reprinted. Duelist Revolution just keeps drying up and drying up, so the card might hit 200 eventually, unless it gets reprinted. I know the next tin though in April is going to have a pack of Duelist Revolution in it, so maybe that'll help drive the card down a little bit, but you're only going to get 1 pack in that $10 tin, so.
Definitely, you have to get those cards. 4th card on the list is Red Dragon Archfiend. Now I'm not quite sure why this card has jumped up in value and being sought by players. Maybe it's because of the lack of synchros. You have an extra slot now. Red Dragon Archfiend was never a bad card, but at the same time it wasn't amazing. And now with Goyo Guardian banned, it does open up a slot for versatility. And now with Spear Reaper too, things like that, I think that Red Dragon Archfiend might be seeing more play as a result of that. But overall, the card's not bad at all. I mean, you got the 3,000 attack on it, so that's my only guess as to why it went up in price. And also make sure you check out our site for the different prices, because as you know, there's a lot of different variations of it, like Stardust Dragon. There's a lot of variations of Red Dragon Archfiend, so you gotta check the site for the multiple prices on that one.
Our next card, Cyber End Dragon. This card also has like 5 different versions. versions. The cheapest version is $1 or $1.50. There's two reasons this card is selling right now. The first is machine OTK with overload going to 2. The other version would be Malefic's. You need Cyber End Dragon for Malefic Cyber End. So that's our number 5.
The number 6 card on the list is actually Card Trooper. Card Trooper was just raised to 2 on the ban list, making it semi-limited. There's a couple different variations on it also, so make sure you check this out for those prices. A lot of people are talking about, like Brandon just mentioned, Machine OTK. So all that X are playing 3 Cyber Valley, 2 Card Trooper with 1 to 2 machine duplication in it. We all remember what Troop Duke Scoop format was like, so thankfully it didn't go to 3, but 2 is also very powerful. It definitely helps Lightsworn. Actually, with Honest going down to 1, Machine OTK, like I mentioned, so the card has spiked in price and is pretty much necessary.
Our 7th card is kind of a surprise. I was shocked at this one. It's Junk Gardna from the 3D Bonds Beyond Time movie pack. It's a 6-star synchro that you need a junk synchron for. So the only deck I could see actually using this is something with a quick draw synchron in. And all it does is change things to defense. So I don't know why this card is selling, but it is. I have no idea why. It's kind of shocking actually. But it's number 7.
The only tricky thing I can think of about the card is that you can use its effect to change battle position on either player's turn, not just your own. So the only thing I can think of is if you have a lot of attacks come at you, you can change himself to defense, use a 2600 defense, or
I guess putting a Shi into defense would be pretty good.
Yeah, there's not many uses we can think of for this card, but
or a Monarch to defense is good.
Or Monarch,
That's the only 2 things I can really think of.
So don't stop buying it, but can't really think of any much uses for it right now. But it's not a bad card, but it's just kind of
it's one, you can only play it in one deck.
That's pretty much you can only play the quick draw. So.
Right. So I guess everyone that's playing quick draw is playing this card.
Can't argue, I guess. So number 8 on the list is Close Force. It's actually out of the Wii video game, I believe it is, the dual transfer video game. It's a field spell card that your beasts gain 100 attack for every beast in the graveyard. And while it's on the field, other field spells cannot be played. But like say it gets destroyed by an MC or something, its last effect is that the opponent has to wait a turn to play another field spell card.
Anti-Necro Valley card.
Definitely an anti-Necro Valley card. That card is around $16.95 right now on our website. And it's definitely an anti-Necro Valley card, and it could also possibly be an anti-Malefic deck if those break out because they run Malefic World. Besides that, the only thing that would really run it would probably be like a beast down deck of some sort.
If you're playing X-saber side.
Yeah, Sabers, it's definitely a side-worthy card against the Gravekeeper matchup.
Because that's your toughest matchup.
For sure.
Number 9 is Black Rose Dragon. This one also has different versions of the card, obviously. It's been reprinted a couple times. I don't know. This card's always been pretty solid. I don't know why it's broken to the top 10. I thought most people would have them by now. But I guess maybe with the extra slot opening up, Plants will still be a pretty solid deck, I think. And also Plant Chaos. So maybe that's why this card's seen an increase, but it's our number 9 card.
The only thing I can think of with Black Rose Dragon too is that people were afraid that due to Dandelion and such, before they realized Dandelion might go to 1 Debris Heim decks and all that abused Black Rose Dragon. Obviously, people assumed that maybe bringing Black Rose back to 3 was a bad idea, so people might have been wary to try and buy them again because they aren't that cheap. They're still a pretty penny to get, but once they realize that Debris Heim and Plant Synchro quick draw all those decks are still good, I think that might be the reason it shot up, just because of the ban list, like speculation. But the final card on the list is 7 Tools of the Bandit. That card is seeing a lot of main deck play right now. Infernies, I think, are going to be really good next format, and that's an easy counter to the Inferni bears they have down. Basically any deck out there that doesn't run Decree is a good thing that can stop combos, like Samurais run the double sword technique, Sabers run Golems that you call, things like that can generate major +1s and create such huge field advantage on you.
You might have to summon Tools a lot of trap stuns too.
Yeah, trap stun.
Protect your own traps.
Yeah, trap stun.
So you don't get hunt-laid or anything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the card overall, I think, in playability has just shot up through the roof, which in turn, people need them, and the price of the card has shot up as well. So you gotta make sure you check our website for the different variations on that as well. And that'll do it for our top 10 Yugioh list. Make sure you watch the next video for our top 10 Magic list. last comments?
No, that's it. Signing off.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.